Ryan Little.
Hey, how are you doing? So it's official now, I've hit a reading slump. What kind of clapping is this? Anyway, I thought the best idea would be to read books I loved when I was 13. And well, when I was 13, I think I was pretty much like any other girl. I dreamed of, I don't know, bumping into something, dropping my school books, and then that some handsome guy would come and, you know, like pick them up and be like, oh, hello there. But anyway, that never happened. I guess in a way it was my fault because I was wearing a backpack, but I wrote books like that. So the first book we will be reading is Eleanor and Park by Rowell. The second book we will be reading is Everything by Nicola, Yoon, and I remember loving this book. And I remember that once I finished it, I was like, oh, I wish there would be a movie of this book. And then I checked, and the movie was just coming out, so I was super excited about that. And well, once I actually saw the movie, I was disappointed. And then the last book we will be reading is the memory book by Lara, Avery.
Rosy glance in my direction caught me, whole body, whole intention. Cold day, no surprise. Can't stand to watch you follow his steely long-haired eyes. I know you're gone, but
You think that holding someone hard will bring them closer. You think that you can't hold them so hard that you'll still feel them embossed in you when you pull away. Every time Eleanor pulled away from Park, she felt the gasping loss of him. I've been digesting this book for 2 minutes now, and this book is just every shade of messed up. There are these obvious things such as Eleanor's family, which is super messed up, and then there are these not so obvious things such as Eleanor's relationship with Park, which jumps from Eleanor thinking, did she miss him? She wanted to lose herself in him, to tie his arms around her like a tourniquet. If she showed him how much she needed him, he'd run away. From that to basically her playing a game with him, like Park actually really loves Eleanor and cares for her and says that he loves her and just believes in their future, and Eleanor is just like, oh, we are 17, I mean, we are never going to actually be together, like we are just going to stop sometime. And she never says I love you back to Park, which is quite frustrating. And this whole thing, I'm just so mad at it. And the ending as well, how Park is really just trying to make everything work, trying to make the relationship work, but then Eleanor just kind of disappears like a ghost. Like, she is ghosting him, which is just no thank you. I don't want to read about that. And then there were these other messed up parts, such as this one time on a school bus where Park touched Eleanor's hand and Eleanor was thinking maybe Park had paralyzed her with his ninja magic, his volcane handhold, and now he was going to eat her. That would be awesome. Excuse me? Eat her in what way? Huh? But yeah, now we are going to start reading the second book, which is Everything, Everything by Nicola Yoon. Some reading updates. I am now done reading Everything, Everything by Nicola Yoon, and honestly, I liked this book less than I did the first time I read it. It's a book about a girl who just can't leave her house because she is sick. But then there's this guy who moves in across the street, and wow, I wonder what might happen there. And yeah, so there's this one sentence in this book that probably sums it up quite well. Once upon a time, there was a girl whose entire life was a lie. I just found this book quite boring. It's like, I don't know, the same thing over and over and over again for like 250 pages, and then there's this one super big thing that happens, and then the book is over. So it wasn't the most interesting read, but one thing I remember I got out of this book when I was younger that I really wanted to do myself as well was to write a reward list inside the book cover for if I lose the book, then the person who finds my book gets a reward. But that was Everything, Everything, and now I'm going to get to the last book, which is The Memory Book by Lara, Avery.
Let me tell you a story about a time we were kids, a time we were...
Hello, I hope you're doing well. I'm just here to talk a little about The Memory Book by Lara Avery. Honestly, I wasn't into this book at all. It just felt like this book didn't have any context at all. It was a book about Samantha, who has NPC, which is a disease that leads to memory loss and other problems. And this book is just kind of written as her diary in a way. She kind of calls it a book where she can just write about different memories so that she would remember them. And in this book you can just read about her first experiences with boys, and also how she does at the debate nationals, and how she changes as a person due to the disease, and yeah, stuff like that. But I just really wasn't into this book. Overall, I would say that my taste in books and just stories and everything in general has really changed over the years. I remember really liking all of these books and thinking that, oh, these are just the best books out there. But obviously now I don't think that anymore, and that is completely normal. We grow, we learn, we change, but it was kind of interesting to see what I liked when I was younger. But yeah, that was all for this week, so thank you for watching, and bye bye. Later. Oh, it got stuck.